Yeah. Es ist warm. What else? Was anything else about it? Sommer, es ist sonnig, die Sonne scheint. Let's give a temperature.
Es ist 90 degrees.
90?
Yeah. That's Fahrenheit, so probably about 30.
You're getting better at this already. That's
35?
not. I would say about 35. Yeah. You're close. But see, you start to get kind of like a bearing for it. Like, oh, okay, that's close to this. And this one time, I had to wear shorts, or I wore a sweatshirt, but it was too hot. So that day it was 29, and that was too much. Oh, it was okay in the morning, but that kind of thing. So number 4. Let me pull the screen up here. Go upward and look at the picture. So look at number 4. What's going on there?
It's 5. And it's 4.
4.
It's windy and it's fall.
It looks like it's fall.
Okay.
So first S is Herbst.
This is Herbst. Okay.
And is that like in the mountains or something?
I don't think it's there's mountains in the background.
Yeah.
This is
It
Herbst.
does look like a mountain. Does it look windy or not?
I think so.
Okay.
So how do I say that?
Es windig.
Okay, we have a verb though.
Es gibt windig.
No, it's an adjective.
Es ist.
Right. Remember, guys, as I've been saying, with adjectives we say es ist. With nouns we say es gibt. And with verbs like, there's not one for windy, but like raining, we say es and the verb, regnet. So here's es ist. Looks like we did with sonnig. Es ist windig. What else can we say about it?
It's not windy.
Okay.
We could say S is fall. October.
Es ist October. Can I say es ist cool?
Yes. Or then you can say S is. Wait, so do you think it's like 50 degrees? So you could say 15 grad?
15?
Oh wait, no.
That's about, let's a little bit lower maybe. 13 or so. But you're real close though. You guys are getting a sense for this. So I'm going to put umlaut because cool is spelled K, umlaut U-H-L. And then let's say es ist 13 Grad. Okay, so that you only have 2 things, but here we have 6 sentences here about that one picture. 1, 2, 3, 5 sentences. Let's look at number 5, which is just right here. Let me roll it up a little bit.
It's raining.
Okay, it is raining. What else is going on?
It's cool.
It's spring.
It's definitely spring, right? We've got the trees are budding, the flowers are coming up. Es ist Frühling. We said that one already. That's fine though, because we're going to come up with more.
Yeah, it's this Mai.
Okay, Mai. Could be. Goes back.
Or we say S is storm. Like storm.
Okay, let's get to that. Let's say es ist Mai. Now, if it's a storm, that's a noun. How do we talk about nouns? Es gibt einen Sturm. Okay. Can I say es regnet?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I don't see it in the picture, but hold on a minute. Let me look back up and see what we got coming up. Okay. Could I say, maybe, although I don't see it, maybe I could say es donnert. What's donnern?
Oh, it's Thursday.
Yeah, but good. But no, donner's tag. What's donnern though? The verb. Oh, we talked about this one time. They're connected though. Thunder. It's thundering. What's the other thing we say when there's thunder? There's also, and what's that verb? Es blitzt. These are verbs. So we'd have subject es plus the verb. We have 3 in a row. Es regnet, es donnert, es blitzt. Es ist Mai. Let's give it a temperature. What do you think?
It's probably about like 30 degrees. No, I bet it's
Like 34.
I bet it's like 60s or 50s. It's just raining.
Okay.
45. So I bet you could say, how much are you saying this?
Let's say 19 Grad. Yeah, what's it about? Upper 50s?
Yeah.
Let's say about 19. Oops. That's plenty. Okay, Nummer 6. Okay, so this is get tricky because some of these are for the same season. Now, windig, okay. Herbst, windig. I noticed that there actually is a thermometer in this picture. Can you read what it says?
It's hot.
It's like 15.
15 Grad.
How can you see that?
15, I got it like really blown up on my screen. I have a bigger screen too. But 15 Grad, no, that's pretty cool actually. So it's going to be very similar to the one we had up here. That was number 4. You got some wind, you've got Herbst. So we're going to repeat ourselves a little bit, although on the, I wouldn't give you 2 pictures like that on the real test, but, and have you only do. So let's say, let's pick a month. We already said October. Let's say something else. Es ist November. September would work too. September is already getting into fall in Germany, but es ist November. Es ist 15 Grad. You guys are Wednesday, I think, right? Because you're going to come back on Monday, right? Yeah. Es ist November. Es ist, what else can we say about the weather here? Windig. Okay. Anything new we can say about it that we haven't said about the other ones?
Can I go to the restroom real quick?
Uh-huh.
Again?
Yeah, quickly. Windig, what else?
Es ist 5 Grad.
Es ist 2 Grad. That thermometer says 15 in the background.
So it's probably like, would it be negative?
No, 15 is,
It says 15.
it's 15 Grad Celsius.
Oh.
You know, I know really, really educated people in Germany. I'm thinking about one guy in particular who's an engineer, but other people too. And if you start talking about Fahrenheit to them, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I think we're the only ones that use it. I don't know who else uses Fahrenheit. I guess the Canadians do, but it does to you. I don't know. Seems easier to me too, but in science, though, like they use Celsius, though, right?
It's not that broad of a.
Yeah, and 0 is freezing, right? But like in science, do you use Fahrenheit or Celsius? Like in a chemistry or an experiment? Use both?
But we couldn't listen to the European propaganda.
Yeah, this is the way they're really going to undermine us with the metric system. This is. Yeah. When I was in grade school, there was a real push though from our government to go to the metric system. And so all the math textbooks had sections in them about the metric system. And when you were younger, it was more like, I'm talking about like comparisons. Like if you were to go a mile, that would be like going, whatever, 1 point, whatever kilometers. And all about, that it works on tens and thousands on it. So a kilometer is 1,000 meters, A decameter is 10 meters. It's easy to understand that way, but Celsius is his own thing though. We say Celsius is part of the metric system, but Celsius is not like in the same system, like everything's based on thousands or tens or hundreds.
We should learn how to do something.
Yeah, I think in like science, like research science, they use Celsius. That way the results can be understood by the rest of the world.
Oh wait, for number 6 you can say S is hair.
Okay, good.
You see leaves and stuff?
Definitely. Das ist Herbst. What's the number 7?
Es ist Winter.
Es ist Winter.
And then what? S is cold.
Very good. Es ist kalt.
What's the word for snowing?
You just said it, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
What's the word for schneit? That's great. That means you're learning. So how do we say it's snowing? Just the verb, subject plus verb. S. You just said it.
Oh, S is?
No, don't say is.
S is.
In German, we say, in English, it'd say it is snowing, but in German, it's just subject plus verb. Everybody hear me? Es schneit. Es schneit actually is 3 words in English. Es schneit is 3 words in English. It's more economical in German, only 2. Es schneit in English, it is snowing. Takes 3 words to say, only 2 words in German. Same thing with raining. It is raining. Es regnet. That says the same
I
thing.
don't understand what it's
We
like.
can just use a apostrophe.
Because they don't use helping verbs in German. That should be a positive thing.
And you don't say S is December.
Okay, es ist Dezember.
Is that not a helping verb when it's with December though? With what? With the S December.
No, because that's a linking verb. I'm describing. I'm telling you what it is.
We're not on December, we're in December.
That still wouldn't be a link. That would still be a linking verb. What you just said, at least. But if I said it's, well, only works with verbs like rain or snow or hailing or thundering.
It's snowing.
I'm giving you all 3 words. It's is a contraction for it is, right?
Yeah.
So it is snowing, but in German they don't have helping verbs of the verb to be.
It's snowing.
It snows is all you can say. Es schneit.
Yeah, that helps me a lot.
Yeah. So and es and hear this also. The es schneit means it snows. It's snowing, and also means it does snow.
I'm gonna hear that it snows, because you can say it's.
Perfect.
You can't say it Decembers.
Right, and the trick is because we make it one word in English, it's, so we try to make it work in German, es ist, because we know it's really 2 words, but that's a good list there. It says Winter, es ist kalt, es schneit.
You don't say S is negative 5, right?
Okay, es ist. What they say is it negative 2, is that what you said?
Yeah.
What they say is minus 2 Grad. We say negative, don't we? Not guard, but Grad. Okay, it says minus 2 Grad
What's
Celsius. Cold.
Okay.
You tell me that. Okay, that's some good weather ones. Let's look here below. We have kind of one of these was passt nicht. Going across though. We have der Blitz, der Schnee, der Donner.
Their daughter? Their Schnee.
Der Schnee doesn't fit because what Blitz and Donner they go hand in hand, right? They go hand in hand because without one there's not the other. If I understand this right, okay. So I'm going to just highlight this. So Schnee would be. I guess I'll highlight it in gold. Okay.
What does Schnee mean?
What you just told me a minute ago?
Snowing.
Oh, yes.
It's snow. Yeah. It's a noun.
Really short term.
Der Nebel, die Wolke, sonnig.
The Zonic,
Sonnig. And why sonnig and not
because it means sunny.
right? And what does Nebel and Wolke mean?
Naval, I don't remember. Volsha, I don't remember.
Okay. So you made a good guess, but
Well, I just remember because I don't, because I would know if it was like related to sunny.
what is Nebel? Anyone take a guess?
Oh, that's I remember that. That's,
Fog. And what's Wolke?
That's sweet.
That's Woche. This is Wolke. Wolke.
That's storm. No.
It's a cloud.
Wow.
Now, up above, we didn't use the word Wolke or Wolkig, which is cloudy, but some of those we could have said Wolkig on. But you think fog and clouds are kind of related, right?
Yeah.
Because they're both made from moisture in the air. Okay, der Regenmantel, Nummer 3, der Regenmantel, der Monat, die Jahreszeit.
Regenmantel.
Right, and why is that? What's a Monat?
Monat is month.
Good.
The Jahreszeit is year. Something.
Close.
It's like,
9, but
it's something about year.
it's Herbst, Frühling, Sommer, Winter.
Oh, yeah, it's a season.
Season, yeah. So definitely raincoat. Month and season at least are spans of time. So, okay, 3 of these sentences. Es schneit, es ist schön draußen, es regnet.
It's night. Does that mean it's snowing?
It's snowing. What's es regnet mean?
It's raining.
And what's es ist schön?
Oh, does that mean it's good? It's like,
It's nice.
yeah, it's nice. Okay, so not confused all the time.
That's of course all relative according, maybe you love the rain or the snow, I don't know, but, yeah, it's a little chilly. So-
Which one is December?
Yeah, because Juni and Juli are in
Summer.
Sommer. Dezember ist im Winter. So Dezember passt nicht. Sehr gut. Okay, now we have,
Oh, is the next one, is number one
okay, so think about it though. Tisch is a table, right? Is horizontal. So what preposition do we use with things that are on a table? We have am, über, für, nach, mit, an, gegen, auf, bei, in, ein, What would it be?
Auf.
Auf, ja. Die Bücher stehen auf dem Tisch. I'm gonna underline this here. Okay. Die Studenten sitzen blank. Remember this old word? Dem Seminarraum.
That's
Lecture hall, seminar room. Okay. So where they're sitting on it, against it, with it, where one of these prepositions would work?
on
9.
or on.
Take a look at the list here. Let's go through it real quick. Think what would it be in English. Actually, it's the same as in English. The students are sitting on the seminar room.
Oh, in. So
In.
In.
Right. In dem Seminarraum. They're all seated there.
Is the
Now,
next one neighbor?
no, but it could be Neben if like your parents live next door to you. But I think what I was going for, actually it could be Neben. But this is you live with your parents. There's the phrase here, wohnen. We had this in our vocab quiz. When you live with somebody, what do we say? It's not mit, it's bei. Just this phrase is different in German. Wohnst du bei deinen Eltern? B-E-I. That's the phrase, wohnen bei. Now that goes back to our first vocab quiz in this chapter. Wohnst du bei, or one of the first ones. Now this is a phrase, du gehst jetzt blank Hause. You're going somewhere, but blank Hause. Nach Hause. Right, that nach Hause always implies you're heading towards home or your house. So, nach Hause. Okay, now a bank, there's two meanings of the word bank. Bank can be a bank, like we put your money, but also is a bench, like in a park. But think about it, when you sit on a bunk, is it like a table? Is it horizontal or is it vertical? Where's your butt going?
Goes on it.
So,
On.
9. We say sitting on, that means doesn't matter what situation what about the place where you're,
Oh.
Look at me right here. Auf.
Ow.
Yes. Because where you sit is horizontal. Auf der Bank. Die neuen Poster hängen blank der Wand.
Oh, is this one?
Yes, on, right. Because the wall is vertical. So the posters are hanging on the wall. Let me underline these. Auf der Bank. On the bench. On. Now see, both these would translate as on, though, Millie. Grandma and Grandpa are sitting on the bench. The posters are hanging on the wall. In English, we don't make a difference between if it's horizontal or vertical. It's only in German. Die Familie Schmidt. Now, they're going someplace, and they're going to a geographic place, Texas. Die Familie Schmidt fährt. What do we use with geographical places? 9. They're headed that direction.
Uber.
No, we want to say no. Is with cities, towns, states, counties, countries. Nach.
No.
Nach Texas. Any country, city, state. There's a couple of exceptions to this that are kind of weird, but this is what we use. Also used with Hausa too, but this one's a phrase. To denken, remember the phrase? Denken blank die Situation. I'll let you guess what die Situation is. But ich denke, remember the preposition that goes together with denken? In English, we say I'm thinking about it or I'm thinking on it. Or thinking about probably. But in German, it's on. Ich denke an die Situation in der Schule. I'm thinking on it. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Now, with arbeiten, the people are working on their homework. So, die Studenten arbeiten.
Auf. Or
No, this is a phrase that goes, say it again.
on.
It's on. Right. This is all in that vocab quiz we had early on. They're working on their homework. Die Freunde. Now, this is another phrase. When we wait on or wait for somebody, there's only one way in German to say this. Do you remember the preposition?
Yes.
Warten blank die Eltern.
Wait, no, on. Auf.
Auf. Warten auf means to wait on or wait for. So we might need to go back and look at those. We had a whole list of these prepositions and verbs. Let's skip.
Look on the quiz, is it always?
Yeah, it'll say like warten auf, to wait on.
Yeah.
Arbeiten on, to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it's laid out. I'm going to skip down to 12 real quickly. Das Kind ist allergisch blank. Remember this one? Bananen. Remember the preposition use of allergisch? Gegen, yeah.
Oh,
Gegen.
really?
So they say they're allergic against something. That's kind of funny. Allergisch gegen Bananen. I know people who are allergic to bananas.
I know somebody who like is like scared of it. Like, they don't run into them.
You've heard of it?
I met someone who's like definitely afraid. Like how afraid of ghosts and everything. Bananas. I call them afraid of ghosts if they're afraid of bananas.
What about this number 14? Die Schule ist direkt blank Rhein.
On the Rhine and the river.
And so how do we say that though? With bodies of water, sorry? It's actually A-M. I think it's the first one in the list of the word bank. Because is a contraction for on dem Rhein. So Rhein, we had that in our vocab. We had Rhein, but then remember there's some words that are masculine, some rivers that are masculine and some are feminine. It's crazy. And it's der Rhein, but die Mosel or die Donau, the Danube, or die Oder. I mentioned the cities Frankfurt am Main and Frankfurt an der Oder. One's on a masculine river, one's on a feminine river. I don't know how they decided. Okay. And remember the last one. Die Augustiner. Who are die Augustiner? The Augustinians. Glauben blank Gott. Remember the phrase Glauben, to believe in?
And where am I?
In German, they say a different word though for this.
On.
An.
A-N.
Yes, that's also the beginning of the creed in German. Ich glaube an Gott. The bells are ready to ring. Okay. So does that show up on your screen the way we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We skipped a couple just for time, but we might have time to go back. I'm going to pull that Quizlet up too for us to look at.
On Monday?
Or tomorrow, actually. So make sure you're tuned in tomorrow. Tschüss, Kinder. Bis morgen.
I'm going really good, but I have to use all these 3 hours.
What?
I think grade. Well, I've been having no spot first.
Tschüss.
Yeah, I guess. More part-time week.
My name is.
Tschüss.